This is your new host, Taz, no other KT, with zealous vibes rooted in culture.
Your boy Tone Black, here to do it how it's supposed to be done.
The Real Cherie on IG with a C. The Real Cherie.
Hey, you know who it is, official. You know what I'm saying? Part of the Zealous Vibes gang, J-A-Z-Z. We in this thing.
It's 14K Dre. I'm a child of the sun, so I shine like one.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Tata.
And our main topic of today, dealing with Taz versus OGs, being me and Tata being the younger generation, and the OGs, which is the rest of our crew here, dealing with dating. So what I wanted to ask you guys is dating harder now, or was it harder back then? Because in my understanding, I feel like dating is a little harder today because it's social media. Social media is like the abstract of everything. And I just feel like there's no authenticity in dating at this time. And really, like, our generation isn't really in that terminology of dating. They rather start talking, or what they call it, the sneaky link. So what about you, Dre? In y'all generation or back in the day, what would you think?
Dating definitely is much harder now for the reasons you named, because social media is, you don't have a real reason to be faithful anymore because you have so many different options. So you can't really focus on the person you're really trying to get to know. So back in the day, it was like, I mean, we had chat lines and stuff like that. So we had like options, but we also had the different option to actually focus on who we wanted to focus on. Like, we got I could talk to a girl in China, Canada now, Brazil. I can meet women all over the world now. So why am I just going to choose to stay true to one person?
So would that be considered dating? Because what's dating to you?
Yeah, that's actually dating. Dating is like the video we reviewed, like companionship, just looking for somebody to, you know, be a companion with. It's a difference between dating and courting. And that's dating with purpose, you know, to get married. Okay. That's what courting is. But,
so a part of dating, should men be expected to pay for every date? Tata, what you think?
Not necessarily. Because I'm going to say, like, now when me and my husband, we go on dates, sometimes I like to treat my man. I like to take him and show him a good little old time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Versus nowadays, I mean, in logic at this point, being younger, I just feel like a lot of women is more drawn into the money of men, that men should always be the ones who will date. But what about you, Tone? Back in the day, how you feel about dating, and if your man, as yourself being a man, do you think that you should always pay for the date?
I ain't never paid for shit in my life. I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't even going on dates, so I don't know what a date is, to be honest. Like, I bust you down and take you to the crib and get you drunk or whatnot. But as far as a date, like, nah, I ain't start dating until I got serious. I only been in like 5 relationships in my whole life, so, and I ain't going on no dates with them. So shit, what you mean? I took my baby mama and my wife on dates. That's it. That's all, nothing else. And if you planned it, your ass paying.
So you go straight into the relationship.
Shit, I ain't had but 5. I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna put some miles on this motherfucker and see how it drives, and then I'm gonna see if I want it. You gonna go straight in? Take me through that. I'm not doing no dating. Like,
when we're dating, like, what is the objective of dating? Is dating something that you're trying to reach a long goal towards, or is dating is more like, oh, I want to get married in the long run? What you think, Cherie?
I feel like dating is an individual choice as far as what you make of it and what you want from it. I think the problem comes in when people are dating and they're not upfront about what their intentions are. And so you may have one person, it doesn't matter if it's the male or the female, but if your intentions are, I just want something free, like a fling, I want to hook up all the time, you know, that's my form of dating, and that's just what I want. I want somebody like that. And so those are the type of people that you should be dating so that you don't have conflict. And then on the other side, if you know you're a man or a woman and you're serious about where you are in life and what you want something serious, something concrete, you want to date with purpose and intention. And so you allow someone to date you if you're a woman and a man, and you choose someone to date that is looking for the same things that you're looking for. And again, you avoid conflict that way.
Are you speaking more of a point of view of being like the old school way of dating, being more like back in the day, if you could relate, back in the day, is that something that you guys were drawn more into when it came to dating?
Well, actually, no, I don't think what I'm saying has anything to do with old school or new school because it's an individual choice. No matter what the age is, what I advise is that you date someone with your same intentions. That's it. Back in the day, it was like that. Today, it can be that same thing. And again, if you want it to be free and just hook up, then find somebody to hook up with and y'all don't have no problems. The problems come when you're trying to hook up and I want to be married. Yeah.
I feel that one. Because I feel like with this new generation itself, we think about marriage and then they believe that going straight into a relationship instead of the dating and the talking phase and actually getting to know, I just feel like everything is so pointed into money and going into a status, and then they get married and then all these divorce rates go higher itself. Jazz, what you feel about? Should it be like more into I'm going into dating to be in a marriage type of situation, or is it too, mediocre?
So my opinion and experience dating was, first of all, getting to know that person. If you go take a woman on a date, you see her, okay, you ask on a date, therefore you trying to get you interested in her. So you go, I believe dating, you have to know who you dating before you can get into a relationship. That's dating for me. Like, you meet a girl, okay, yeah, but you gotta see her characteristics, and then that's where the dating, in the dating era, the understanding of who you taking out and who she is. And like you said, you don't know what her intentions is. She might be like, okay, if she looking for marriage or she for the streets, then that dating period is going to tell you if, okay, as a man, I pay for that date to represent her and show her that if I'm a man, I'm a man that she chooses that is real. But on the other hand, she got to understand that I'm going to approach her as a man, but if she's not on that, then that's my time to understand where she's at and her mentality is at as a woman.
So are women today too independent for relationships, or are they just willing to settle? What's your thoughts on it, Dre?
Are they too independent for relationships? Mentally, yeah. Yeah, because everybody think they independent, they can do everything on their own, but reality shows that we all need somebody, we all need help. So I think mentally, a lot of women are, too independent for relationships,
You don't think they try to settle into anything at all?
Nah, not no more.
No, not anymore? So was it before?
Because the selling part will be they date for a little while, and they just jump out the relationship because it ain't working. So they not really settling,
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they settle back then?
No, I think people was like more compatible back then, so I wouldn't consider it settling. They just found who they need to be with. That's
what about you, Tata?
You can go either way, to be honest. You do have some women who are very independent. Because I can say myself, before I got married, I'm doing me. Like, I can do this, I can do that. I never said like, oh, I don't need a man to do that. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted some type of companionship or whatever. I've always wanted to be like independent. So breaking from that is what I settled with. Is how I settled. Is to break from that. Yeah.
Is a talking stage a progress, or is it emotional avoidance? And what I mean about talking stage, so the talking stage can go on forever. And if we can break it down, a talking stage, because the talking stage, like you were saying, courtship is kind of similar to dating, but talking stage is different. And if I can break it down, the definition is the modern, undefined, pre-dating phase, where two people get to know each other through constant communication, which is texting, calling, hanging out, to gauge compatibility before committing to an official exclusive relationship. And that's involving potential mixed signals and possibilities seeing others. So like gaslighting. I think nowadays we have a lot of gaslighting, but I kind of want it to be like an open discussion against everybody. Like, what do y'all think about the talking stage? Is it a progress or emotional avoidance? Like, are you avoiding the self of being emotional, like being alone itself, or is it just something to, actually be talking to get to know somebody?
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the emotional avoidance, but that's all I did was talk. Like, man, hey, I might even, just deal with you and maybe one or two more people. But I'm just sticking with y'all. We talking. You might get the whole little time, I'm dealing with you strictly and strong this, month or whatnot. But then I might be passive, but I ain't never going to say, oh, that's my girl. Mm-hmm. We just talking. I ain't taking you out on dates. You ain't taking me out on dates. Or if it do happen, it's whatever. But we just talking. We having a good time. Show me a good time. I'm going to show you one. Ain't nobody mad. Let's just keep it going. And then if for some reason emotions get brought into it, then we can be like, okay, well, look, what we going to do? What is we doing? We've been doing this for a minute. And that's when it turned into a relationship. But usually it don't get that far. With me personally.
Talking, I think, is simple. You meet someone, how else are you going to get to know them if you don't communicate, if y'all don't talk? So it's essential. If you meet somebody that you like or interested in or that you're attracted to, you have to talk, you have to communicate. However, there are a lot of cases, I know I've seen it too. You'll meet somebody, have that initial conversation, y'all exchange numbers, and then after that, nobody reaches out anymore. It was really just in the moment. And so there is no talking. But for somebody that you are interested in beyond the moment, you got to communicate. Communication starts with everything. So that talking stage, whether we make it past something or not, because in the talking stage is where I learn what your intentions are. If we on the same page, do we have these things in common, what you like to do, and that sort of thing. And so maybe it's just meant for us to just be friends. Maybe we clicked on a business level and we start that. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody you meet is not meant to be your husband or your wife. Sometimes your path crosses with someone. Maybe that's your business partner. Maybe that ends up being a friend for life. So there's nothing wrong with communication. It's just, give or take or hit or miss whether it happens or not. But I do think it's essential for any relationship to start. That's the starting point.
It's a talking stage.
Let me reiterate real quick. Talking ain't just on the phone or texting. Like, you come stay at my house like for a whole week straight. We talking, but you ain't finna put no label on me. I ain't gonna put one on you.
Right.
So that's what I mean when I'm saying talking.
That's gonna be the next question as well.
So, and I believe like talking communication wise, because back then as older, you talk, shoot your shit, talk. That's what vibing, seeing what type of woman or you are, or what I'm saying. Then you can get an idea, understanding, or we go conversate, we go keep it G, or we conversating to get that one night stand, because it's certain vibes that you can talk so long to get to build that relationship. But if y'all click at the moment, of course, it's gonna build a relationship, and that's what you need to know what you're getting into. Because when you start the relationships, then that's when skeletons start coming out the closet. But dating is important to talk, communicate, and then vibe with each other on truth, on who you are. Be yourself, because I want you as yourself. Don't give me your representation. Right. I know in dating you don't put all your cards out at the same time when you start dating somebody, because you don't want to deal. You don't want to run that particular someone off.
Dre, what about you with the talking stages? Is it emotional avoidance?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on that. I think a lot of people date these days to avoid being lonely, like you was getting at. So that's why it's no substance in dating right now. Because I don't even think people know how to get to know anybody on a deep level. Right. So I just think it's superficial right now.
Yeah. Okay. When it come down to just talking, I think it's kind of cute to just start out talking, because I really want to know who you are, and I want you to find out who I am.
If you're interested in that person.
Yeah. I really need to know like what you got going on, what's in the back of your head, or whatever. Because, then too, like, I need to know, like, are we talking just to be friends? You know what I'm saying? Or are we talking to go further than it?
Right.
Yeah, so I don't mind a good old conversation with anybody.
at one point in time, it was like a emotional avoidance because I don't care too much about talking. Like, I care less. I mean, I care about the person if I want or if I'm interested in getting to know you. But I just feel like I want to go straight into dating because we could talk when we date. I feel like if we're talking, I ghost people easily. It's hard to keep up with a text message. I don't like nobody calling me. So, and I'm more like a appearance type of person. I want to be face to face.
Right.
You know, except being like in a stalkerish way. But anyways, I just want to meet that. But I feel like with the talking stage itself, are you allowed to talk to anybody outside of just one person?
You might have a multiple. You might have met this person, and then you might be talking in a mix of. Back in the day, like she might be all about the streets, she might be professional. So there's two different sides. You know, everybody don't come up from the same bringing as you were. You know what I'm saying? So you might relate to,
one other person, then
you relate to the other person. Then there's more conversation with the other person. She might be marriage material, or she might be like, okay, she can relate from your upbringing. So that's where that falls into play. So you got to understand where she's at, and that's what I'm talking, and be like, okay, you know, if I talk to her, I know she on this one, and if I talk to her, I know she can relate about that. So it's all in who you want to deal with, or what matches your personality and what you choose.
Okay.
If I'm talking to you, I treat you exclusive, like you mine, and you might be, but I won't tell you I love you.
Right. Nobody told you that. Okay.
I mean, because if we just talking, you know, we talking like, hey, I fuck with you tough. Like, hey, you come stay the night. I cook for you, clean your house, you clean mine. I do whatever you need me to do. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you I love you because I ain't fucking with you like that. But I might get there depending on how long we talking. Like if I have a kidney stone and you're in the hospital, I might start loving you like shit. Bitch, I love you. Almost died. You were right there holding my hand.
For love, huh?
Hey, the worst shit bring out the best in a nigga sometimes. So it just all depends, but that's the difference for me.
Right. I remember one time we spoke about like specific relationships and dealing with narcissistic people and dating them and not them being fully healed. Do you believe that people should be healed before dating?
Yeah, I actually don't think people should get married until after their 30s, really.
Yeah.
That way you didn't live life, you didn't went through your schooling, you got your foundation set, your money pretty much straight, you set in your career. Then you can focus on a relationship because you pretty much a complete person at that time, and you need to be meeting other complete people. If you try to do it in your 20s, you still try to get your life together. You might just had a kid. I mean, it's just so much chaos, and your brain ain't fully developed. So you try to manage a relationship, a full-grown relationship at that young age, it rarely works. You know, some people it work for, but I think it'll be more stable if you wait till later in life to do that.
Really?
That way you can plan it out a little better.
Okay.
I second that. The way you can't buy liquor and shit before a certain age, you can't get married before 30. They need to make that law.
Me and my husband, we both came from a hurt background. But in the midst of that, we were able to help each other through the healing process. So that's how it's working for us. Now, I can say that in the midst of that, it did make certain stuff a little harder or whatever, but it made our love so strong for each other. Like, that's my boo, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Like, that is my homie for real. And it's because we went through so much with each other. He know everything about me, and I know everything about him. And if it is some stuff that we don't know, that we still learning about each other, I still love it. Right. Because that means that I still have an opportunity to still learn about him. I want to still learn. Right. He still want to learn. That means that the more that we learn from each other, that means that we still interested in each other.
Because if anybody really like just fully healed, honestly, do we even know if people fully healed to even date?
Shit, who been hurt?
Like,
I think healing is a constant journey. You always on the healing journey, so I don't think anybody's fully healed.
To know somebody is to grow with somebody,
right?
That's understandable. We gonna go
like
straight
even even that. Like if she said like you was what 20 something?
Yeah, we was in our late 20s.
Late 20s? Okay, so then that's young age. And I mean, they still have a whole lot of growing to do, even within their pain.
Are standards too high, or is the dating pool just weak?
Oh, I think the dating pool got piss in it. I'm just saying. It does. That's for 2026, 25, 23, 22, 20. Like, this new way of dating, because I'm talking current, it got piss in the water, like in the pool, for real. And I think that so many people, and it doesn't matter age, I think just people have lost their way. People have gotten away from the foundational principles just in life, right? How we deal with each other, how you meet people, truth, honesty, being upfront, whatever your truth is, you don't have to hide it, because I just met you, you just met me. Why we lying to each other off top? Right. If I tell you my truth and you don't like it, then you don't have to date me and I don't have to date you, and we cool.
Come on.
But
girl.
why are we lying to each other? Like, that's crazy to me.
No reason.
People have just gotten away from the foundation, and we got to find our way back, because the new way, like subscribing to the things of this world. And if you want to, biblically, this is exactly what it says in the Bible. We are to be in the world, but not of it. That's what that means. We have to exist here. But when these new things start playing in our lives, and we're seeing all this stuff go on, and that ain't for you to adapt to and change the way you date or marry, or why you marry, or, you know, you're not supposed to succumb to the thing. It's always going to be something in the mix. But you have to stay true to, I think, the foundation.
Right.
That's why the divorce rate is so high. You got people marrying for all type of reasons now. And it's messed up. So, yeah, it got piss in it, if you ask me.
I feel that one. I do feel that one, because I'm like a 50-50 with it's weak as hell, because like you said, people just straight up lie. And what I said in the beginning, there's no authenticity in this. Nobody want to be real. Everybody want to be fake. Even just, I'm sorry to speak on it, but just being not who you are, like trends. People date people and they don't tell you off the bat that they're trans. And I feel like that's kind of a little problem with that, a little bit.
No, it's a big problem.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But also with myself personally, I have standards on certain things, like high standards on certain aspects. Like, I'm not going to judge you based off of where you come from or what you don't have, because everybody don't just come off the muscle with it. Right. However, I do want to lift you up and feel like if I'm going to date you over the amount of time and I believe I want to move on with you, something has to grow. And a lot of the times people are not willing to do that. And I can understand, because people have been let down. People can build up so many people after I don't know how long, and it just does not click. So it gets so weak in that pool. But I just feel like people just don't try as well.
It's the walls they build up.
Yeah.
The walls after, like, the walls that they build up after so many failures. And it's like, why? You know, I'm going to just...
Nobody want to try no more.
Nobody want to try no more.
Yeah. So what do you think about it, Tom? Because I know you thinking something. You working up something.
All right. I think when it really come down to it, like, a lot of times motherfuckers date outside of their means, like, okay, say y'all both some attractive women. If a motherfucker ain't really used to getting attractive women, or people that got, you know, good jobs and shit going on, but they're like, okay, well, y'all chose up, y'all together, he might really be into it, but then he start getting beside himself, and it's like, you know what? She ain't gonna stick with me because of whoop-de-woo or whatever reason. So he start fucking off, he start lying, but he know one thing, shit, I did that. So now he can put that under his belt.
That pride.
He might just feel like he don't deserve you in a sense, or like you gonna leave him anyway. So he like, I might well go ahead and do what I can with her, and niggas just fuck up. Sometimes you just don't see their worth in themselves sometimes.
Oh, yeah, downplaying themselves because of what they have or don't have.
Or sometimes a nigga just want to be a player, like... Nigga just want to say, oh yeah, I took that down, bro. You know, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sometimes it just ain't meant to be. You gotta pick them right. That's all I can say. Don't just want to date just the dates. Be like, ooh, that's my man, that's my girl. Like she said, y'all gotta have the same intentions, and it's hard to figure that out when a motherfucker constantly lying. So
yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say. Fuck dating. Just go on and have a good time and keep talking.
So my final questions to everybody is, do you rather date now, or would you rather have that old school loving back in the day type of dating? What you think?
I'd rather date back in the day before the social media because I don't need my woman seeing a nigga that look better and making more money than me and he live around the corner. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Go have that nigga then.
Cherie.
Take me back. Take me back to the foundation. Take me back. Yeah, take me back.
Yeah.
Yep, back in the day was a foundation built on understanding and solidarity as far as the foundation needs to be established.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, everybody nowadays is about money, about the fashion, about the image.
Mm-hmm.
Even though their life ain't all the way right. It's all about an image. And then, hey, you want to do that? That's just street versus stability.
Yeah.
It all comes back to the same thing, stability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
So you rather have it from back then?
Back then.
Okay.
Real quick.
What about Drake?
I'm sorry. Real quick.
We can do that.
You could tell when a motherfucker really fuck with you because back in the day, like, hey, I'm gonna call you at 8 o'clock. Bitch, you had to be at home by that phone or else you ain't gonna get the call.
Right.
Okay.
Now I know you fucking with me.
Yeah, that road.
Because if not, it's like,
Oh, she don't want me.
it's just little things like that let you know they really care and mess
about
with you.
What about
Ringtones and shit. When phones
I
came.
definitely prefer dating back in the day when everybody had, more principles based on morality, core values and stuff like that. Now it's based off superficial stuff. So I'd definitely rather be back in the day. At least I have somebody with my same mindset.
What about you?
Definitely back in the day.
Back in the day?
Yes.
That old school loving?
Yes, I love some old school stuff.
Yeah. I love that I've been around people who know about back in the day dating, but today it can literally substitute everything that's in the way. So I can pick and choose now. And plus, if I want to date you, I don't have to, even though it's now, but back then, since y'all didn't have the social media, the phone calls, whatever, back in the day, they had families. And then you was a lot of infidelity, but people really didn't know. And then they stick to that old school, I'm going to stick behind my wife and husband to the day I die, but be miserable. So I'd rather just exclude that now and see and just move on than to be into something that I wouldn't want for however long because the kids is still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love y'all perspectives on everything. And like I said, this Zealous Vibe rooted in culture. Please stay tuned so that we can do our special guest interview and see how we can help the momentum of dating.